Hi all. I haven't done a review video in a long time. I have done other videos on my channel, but not reviews. So I thought I would give one on this RC Era C189 MD500 helicopter. I'm going to be very critical of it. I watched all the YouTube videos before I purchased it and thought, yeah, it looks like a nice helicopter, easy to control. I've had proper icy helicopters in the past. Um, Thunder Tiger Raptors, I've had a couple of them. A Squirrel, all internal combustion, so on and so forth. So when I watched the videos and seeing this, I thought, oh yeah, it's a nice little kind of indoor outdoor flyer. Um, so yeah, I purchased one from China. Received it pretty quick. Set it all up, read the instructions, took it out for the flight, and the car couldn't fault it. Everything worked perfect. So I took it for another flight again. This time it seemed, well, it was more than uncontrollable. What happened is it wanted to drift to the right all the time, but there was no control from the right hand joystick to bring it back to the left. Then what I found was it wouldn't come down. It had no negative pitch on the blades. So the only way I managed to land it, uh, funny enough, they put a button on the remote control and it's got stop on there. And basically, whatever's happening, you can press and hold this button for 2 seconds and it just kills the helicopter. So if it's in the air and you press that button and hold it for a couple of seconds, it dies and it comes down. So I had to do that because it was getting further and further away and there was just no control. Left, right, forwards, backwards. You could go up, but there was no come down on the left hand joystick. So anyway, I brought it home and took the front off, had a look at it. Couldn't see anything loose in there. I checked the up and down, left and right on the swash plate. That was working. So I thought, what can be wrong with it? So anyway, charged the batteries. Went back out again, and lo and behold, it's done the exact same thing again. Excuse me. Contacted the seller in China, and to be honest, it wasn't worth it. He wanted to know everything about what happened. I explained everything in messaging. Then he said, "Can you take a video of it? What's happening?" And I said, "If I take this out again in the current state, there's a good chance it'll fly off, and I won't be able to get it." I said, "I can't do a video and fly it at the same time." So anyway, I just jibbed him and thought, well, I'll try and suss it myself. So what I did, I tethered the helicopter down in my workshop, weighted the skids down, took the front off, and started it up. Now, what I found was that when it started, the swash plate would move up to give you positive pitch on the blades, but when you pulled down, nothing would happen with the swash plates. The blades wouldn't negative pitch. Now, the trouble with these kind of helicopters is you're not basically in total control of it. These have electronics in it that do some of the flying for you. So it's basically part you, part computer inside the heli. So you can't make a judgment while the rotor is moving. Soon as you cut the power to the rotor, i.e., you stop it, then this becomes live again, and the swash plate will move up and down. So it's very hard to determine what is wrong with it because, like I say, you've got like electronics partially controlling it as well as them sticks. But if you read up on them, they say that a beginner helicopter. To be honest with you, even when it was flying right, it was a handful. They're very light, so a little bit of breeze, it's going to take it off course. It says it has altitude hold on it, So when the helicopter gets to any altitude that you have it, whether it's a couple of feet from the ground or 10 feet, it's supposed to hold. It doesn't. It wants you're still having to trying to control it up and down as well as left and right. The only thing I found that it really did well, and that was hold the tail straight. Um, that was amazing. The gyro in it to hold that tail in place, is really really good. Anyway, since I've had these problems, you go back on YouTube and you watch the videos. Now, I found a couple of YouTubers that have got this model, and they've actually had flyaways. One lad, he started it up, and it went. I'm not kidding, about 100 foot in the air, and he couldn't bring it down. He was having the same problem of this left negative pitch on the blades. It just kept climbing. So again, he pressed that button and held it, but it was 100 feet up. It come down, and it broke. It was in bits. I was fortunate when it happened to me. I was only about 3 foot off the floor. Yeah, so I don't really know where to go with it next. It could be just a shelf queen. I mean, the helicopter itself, it's a beautiful model. If you like used 500 helicopters, i.e. from Vietnam War and Tom Selleck in Magnum and all them kind of things, this is it's a beautiful model. It's such a pity that it did what it did. Yeah, so I don't know whether to take it out and try it again and see if there's any difference with it, or you can't see anything wrong with it inside. It all looks like it's tight and nothing's hanging off. It's a case of take it out with the idea that it's either going to fly off or it's going to crash heavily or something. What I would say, all these YouTubers that are flying them and they're standing there and they're going, "Oh, look here, I'm not touching the controls and it's flying all by itself, staying where it is." To be honest, I haven't found that with this. It's got no optical flow or anything like that. It's marketed as a beginner. I wouldn't put a beginner on this. He'd just have no chance. He'd either fly it into himself and hurt himself, or it'd be straight into the floor. Yeah, I just thought I'd give you a little bit of my opinion on what's happened with me. And like I say, it's such a shame because a beautiful model. And when it was flying, it did fly nice and look nice. But I don't know, something maybe gone wrong with the electronics inside. But for now, yeah, I just thought I'd give you the update. Thanks for dropping by. Like and subscribe. I'd love to get up to 1,000 subscribers. I'm on 600 plus. Thanks for watching.